How long have you been sober now?
I have been sober for, I'll tell you right now, I have been sober for 382 days.
There we go. How do you feel?
Amazing. It's surreal. Like I can't believe I made it to this point. There was a point in my life where I never thought I would make it.
Right.
So
And
it's just an amazing feeling.
I'm so happy for you. How was it negatively affecting your life, with that being said, before?
Um, it was just alcohol. I used it as an escape. I
Mm.
didn't want to feel anything. I didn't want to deal with anything. So being sober is also very enlightening. I had to learn how to sit with those feelings. And I no longer had my crutch.
Yeah,
So yeah.
absolutely. And how did you feel about yourself when you were drinking?
I felt like crap.
Hmm.
I hated myself. I mean, anyone who chooses to poison themselves every day, they're obviously not happy with themselves. My
Right.
self-esteem was in the toilet. I cared about people more than I did myself, and that led me to become a people pleaser. It's very hard, even to this day, to learn how to put myself first, but I am learning, and life is better because of it. But
Yeah.
yeah, when I was drinking, it was just a nightmare. I wanted to die, if I can be honest. Like, I wanted to die every day.
Now, with that being said,
Mhm.
how did people view you when you were drinking alcohol?
Well, at first, everyone just brushed it off. It was just, oh, that's just Yasmin. That's just Yas. That, especially my best friend, she just brushed it off. And at a time, she was drinking heavy too. As years went on, she became less and less of a drinker. Now she may just have a glass of wine once every couple of weeks. My drinking just progressed. So it started from people just brushing it off to, oh, damn, Yas might have a problem.
Hmm.
And it got to the point where no one wanted to be around me because I was just becoming sloppy and blacking out, not remembering conversations, not remembering, texting people and everything like that. So I became just pathetic and just boring, and no one wanted to be around me. And it did take a toll on a lot of my friendships. So,
Right.
they are relieved that I'm like this now, and people want to hang out with me again. So yeah, it brought a lot of negativity in other people's eyes.
Was the distancing of friends the reason as to why you said, I don't want to do this anymore? I don't want this life anymore. Was that your turning point, or what was your turning point for when you put it behind you, alcohol?
My turning point was a little bit of everything. It
Right.
was, if I keep going down this road, I'm going to die.
Mm.
I'm 40 years old, and as you get older, things get more difficult as you age. So I thought about that. And then, yeah, my best friend's niece, I was taking care of her son. He's special needs.
Mm.
And she pretty much told me, because I made a complete ass of myself. I'm sorry, I don't know if I can cuss or not. Um,
Absolutely. Cuss it up.
okay, I made a complete ass of myself on the cruise last year. So she came in and she told me, she was like, straight up, you're about to lose everyone you love because we're sick of it. She was like, you will no longer be able to take care of my son if you keep going down this road. She
Yeah.
was like, you need to get help or you're going to lose everyone. So at that point, I just broke down and I said, okay, I need help. And I reached out to her sister, and she put me in her 12-step program. And I love the 12-step program,
Hmm.
for what it's worth. But, it was just, I'm going to die. I'm going to lose everyone. And I just saw my life going down a darker, darker, darker path. But yeah, it was everything. I just saw my life, like I saw myself not living to 45. So I had to change.
Yeah. Well, it was a blessing in disguise, your friend having those words with you. And I'm sure at the time it was not the best feeling, but now looking back, you're like, thank God for that friend who was able to have, said that.
It needed to be said. Yeah. And I thanked her for that. When I got sober, when I was 3 months into my sobriety, I was like, listen, I thank you for giving me the kick in the ass that I needed. And she was like, you seem better. So she was like, real friends need to have difficult conversations like that. So,
I love that. And so
mhm.
what made you find about Sobriety 7?
um, It was through you. You messaged me and I saw one of your videos and I was like, I like her energy. And I just followed you and you sent me a message. And like I said, I love the 12-step program, but I had to step away from it for a little bit because it was just, I don't know, I wasn't clicking with it so much. And I wanted to find a different kind of community that I feel I could relate to more.
Right.
And it seems like Sobriety 7 is that group. We hold each other accountable. We can share our thoughts without any fear of judgment. And sometimes, like I said, I love the 12-step program, but sometimes it could come off as a little judgmental.
Right.
And I want to, we've all been down this road before. You
Hmm.
know, we've all know what it's like to have this burden on our shoulders. We should
Yeah.
not be judging each other, you know. So I like the community because I feel like we can say whatever we want as far as our addiction and what goes on in our minds. And there's no judgment, it's a safe space.
Yeah.
And that's what I was looking for. I was looking for that kind of community.
We
And Sobriety 7 is that community.
keep it real. Keep it 100.
Yeah.
How do you feel about yourself now, personally, without alcohol being in your life?
I like myself a whole lot better.
Hmm.
Um, Being able to finally, like, legitimately take care of myself is a
Oh,
wonderful feeling. Yes, there are some things I need to clean up. I'm still smoking cigarettes, and that's a monkey that I know I need to get off my back at some point. But you know, I I'm putting my health first overall. Like I lost 100 pounds. Like I like I've been I said all that time that I spent drinking,
yeah.
especially like waking up in the middle of the night at 5 o'clock in the morning, taking a sip of warm beer, I could be doing that to go to the gym. And
Yeah.
that's what I do.
I love it.
And as a result of it, I'm healthier than I was when I was in my 20s. Like it's insane.
Hmm.
And I just it just feels amazing to finally put myself first and learn how to love myself more and more each day. Not to try to sound narcissistic. I don't know if this is coming off the wrong way, but
Oh,
it's just no, it's just learning how to, yeah, become the best version of myself. And I absolutely love it. And I wouldn't trade it in for anything in the world.
absolutely. Sometimes we need to hype ourselves up. That's not narcissistic. That is loving yourself to the fullest. And we've, confused the two like, oh, it's selfish to talk about myself. It's narcissistic. No, you've done the
Mhm.
hard work. And I would say this is one of the more challenging things to accomplish in a world that is obsessed with drinking. It's very hard. So the fact that you've done that and you've made it this far and you continue on this journey, like, you should do nothing but hype yourself up. Like, you've earned that badge and you wear it.
Thank you. I
You're welcome.
appreciate that.
Absolutely. And what are the little things that nobody else notices that have changed in your life, but you do on your day to day?
My work ethic is 100% way more efficient. Like being sober actually taught me how to be a better customer service rep, believe it or not. And dealing with the public, it is not easy. People are calling in and they're on 10. And I used to, at one point, I got so burned out, I used to start to match their energy. And I learned this through my sponsor. She's a wonderful person. She was like, there are some people in this world who are sicker than you.
Hmm.
And you need to put it in your mind, how can I help this person? So that's what I go, that's the mentality I have. It's like being able to be empathetic even more. I've always been an empathetic person, but being able to be empathetic more,
Mm.
that's what taught me. That's what sobriety has taught me. And that's what I take with me every day. I noticed that. I also noticed that, the sleeping is amazing. It's the best sleep I've ever had in my life. Um, just waking up without the shakes. I think that's what terrified me the most, the shakes.
Yeah.
Not, none of the dry heaving, none of the anxiety.
Ugh,
Like my mental health, it still needs to be worked on, but it's so much better. And I
so,
noticed that when I exercise and when I stick with my diet, my mental health is immaculate.
yeah.
So yeah, it's just those little things I notice within myself. And I'm going back to enjoying my hobbies that I used to enjoy. When I was drinking, I gave up a lot of hobbies because I was so depressed. I was I was miserable, so I just drank and drank and drank, but I'm getting back into my video games. I'm learning code again, to become a software tester. So it just feels good to get back to what I used to love and enjoy. And sobriety gave that back to me.
I love that. You're getting back to young Yasmin. I love.
Yeah, yes.
And so have anybody else said anything about your sobriety progress? Like has anybody said any compliments or mentioned anything about your progress?
Just the fact that they said I look great, that it's just the weight loss that's more noticeable. Like my eyes, my best friend's granddaughter, she's like my niece. She said, DTS, your eyes are brighter. She was like, your eyes are brighter. And I said, are they? And she was like, yeah, I never knew you had light brown eyes. So I'm like, okay, so it's just the physical aspect. People are noticing the weight loss, and they notice that I'm happier, more chipper, and more present.
I love that. Being present truly is a gift, right? Really
Yeah,
being in
yeah,
the moment and not worried about where you're going to get your next drink or where's the next
exactly.
bar or where's the closest liquor store. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
this has been perfect. This is an amazing call that we had. And if there's anything else that you would like to add, this is the time that you can add anything that you'd like to say.
I just want to say that if anyone is out there struggling, reach out to me, reach out to anyone. You're not alone. A part of being sober is having a community. It's best to not isolate yourself. And when I posted my 1 year on my story, I'll never, this girl reached out to me. She was like, hey, I just wanted to say congratulations. I'm sober curious. I'm looking to cut back and maybe you can help me. And I was like, absolutely. If you ever need someone to talk to, just hit me up. So just the fact that I'm able to touch people and
Yeah.
help another person who's struggling, I think that's the best part right there.
Mm-hmm. That is truly the best part, the butterfly effect. My efforts are inspiring and encouraging so many around me, right? Your efforts
Yes,
are encouraging and inspiring so many around you, and so on and so forth. And we just keep touching people's lives around us, and we really do make a big impact and a big difference in this world, right?
absolutely.
Well, this has been amazing. Congratulations. And I'm
Thank you.
so happy to have you in the community. I'm so happy to have had the time to hop on this call with you. And I just look forward to our journey down this path of sobriety together. So thank you
For
so much
sure.
today.
And thank you. Thank you for taking the time. And I look forward to speaking more and more with you.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I'll talk to you later, Yasmin. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Bye,
Bye.
Cheyenne. Take care.